What's up, guys? We're here at AMC Town Square here in Las Vegas, Nevada with Chasing Cinema.
JamesShoe.com,
and we got a big premiere tonight. We got a sequelitis coming back. So now we're here for Now You See Me 2.
Two sequels tonight, as we also have The Conjuring 2 and the big premiere of Warcraft. Reviews are both done. Click that white eye right above Mr.
Both
James,
live, ready to make it out by the bowl and get rich.
Woo! Now You See Me 2. This is interesting. You guys ready for this? I have not seen Now You See Me 1.
You disgust me.
Not seen Now You See Me 1.
You're a film critic.
Going in blind. Well, Louis Vuitton reviewed this movie, but I was smart. I was like, all right, I need to make sure that I'm prepared for this. Louis, tell me what happens in Now You See Me 1. And he broke it down for me. And I'm actually looking forward to Now You See Me 2. But I was, well, let's just say we got pretty much everyone back besides Isla Fisher back in this movie.
She was pregnant, right?
Yeah, I think she was pregnant or had some issue, and then they replaced her. But everyone else has pretty much come back. You got Mark Ruffalo, Woody Harrelson, you got Morgan Freeman, Lex Luthor, Jesse Eisenberg, and Dave Franco, both who I spoke with at CinemaCon. You can check out those videos as well.
Already live right now. Bing.
Yep, our interviews about these movies. So I'm definitely kind of going in like
them.
Yeah, when I met them.
That's when you met them and
interviewed them about the movie. Yeah, so make sure to go check out those.
Not like just watching something on YouTube. When you met them.
Yeah. So I'm actually going to kind of, break kayfabe, as we'd like to say in wrestling. And breaking kayfabe means kind of like being real with you guys. Like I've seen this movie. Our press screening was already a couple days ago, and when I saw it, I was lucky enough to see it with the entire Magic community from Las Vegas. Amazing Jonathan.
Wasn't the Magic of Devereaux there?
Magic of Devereaux was there. Some of the guys behind the scenes that have created some of the greatest magic tricks of all time, like built the magic tricks, not the guys who perform, were there in the theater. A lot of guys from Penn and Teller, Fool Us. A lot of these guys that we've all seen that kind of become internet sensations, or America's Got Talent. Some of them were on. So it was a really interesting experience.
Nathan Burton?
To like go. No, Nathan Burton. Nathan Burton was not in it. Copperfield was not in attendance.
Copperfield, who we see every Thursday.
Yes.
Here at our premieres.
And I think he didn't want to see his movie with all these. I just don't think it was the right setting. I don't think that was appropriate.
Yeah, he was a producer on this one, right?
Yes, he was a producer. And plus, most of these the bigger magicians all have shows during the times of the screening, so that's another reason. Well, not to say be rude, but I mean he's obviously doing his own show, and then I know Lance Burton, who is a really, really big, who retired. He's starting to make films, so he's touring actually with his movie, so he wasn't here. But there was a lot of people. Amazing Jonathan's really big, and we had some other people that. For some reason, I don't know how, but I've always fallen into knowing people in the magic community, knowing Devereaux and knowing a few other people. So it was kind of cool seeing some people I haven't seen in a long time and meeting others. But basically, I was like, this is kind of the perfect audience to see this movie in, because when you go to a press screening, sometimes it's open for public, and most people are going to like a free movie. They're not going to be that harsh. So going to see it with magicians who, this is kind of representation of their work, they might be a little bit more critical, and I'm interested in seeing that. However, from what I saw at CinemaCon, when that whole thing when the Coliseum was evacuated, if you don't know what I'm talking about, check out that CinemaCon video, because they were trying to start Now You See Me 2. The building was evacuated, so no one got to see it. But from what I saw,
pissed, you said, right?
Yeah, he was not happy. It didn't look like they were actually doing much magic, real magic, magic, not real, but in the sense of actual magic you can do in real life.
CG.
Yeah. So I'm interested in seeing how that's going to go. Let's go check it out now. And I'll do my review.
Well, I'm gonna jump in. I'm gonna jump in. What movie?
Warcraft.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump in Warcraft, and we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
All right, so
Now
I just got out of.
Now you don't.
Oh. I just got out of Warcraft. Check out what we thought of Warcraft in
right there.
That video.
White eye.
After you're done watching this one.
Yes.
But regardless of what you say right now.
Yes.
I'm gonna watch this movie on Friday.
Yes.
But what I want to ask you, before you answer this, is give me 2 reviews.
Okay.
One, give me the review of what all the magicians said, and then go to ChasingCinema.com.
From what I gathered from all the magicians, everyone seemed to react to the movie very positively, and part of me kind of was just wondering, because I think we were right when what we said earlier, this movie is not a movie where it's about magicians, or it's about things that people can really do. So to me, their huge positive response was a bit outputting. And I'm not saying they're wrong or anything. Maybe they did really enjoy the movie. But I was just like, why? Like, why is this even a magic movie? Because they like talk about magic? Because these guys are like disappearing into concrete and like doing these things that like aren't physically possible, you know, like just are not possible.
Wait a minute, even though
even though David Copperfield disappeared or made the Statue of Liberty disappear,
and he went through the Great Wall of China,
he could do some amazing things. But I mean, the stuff that they're doing in this, I'm telling you,
next level.
I mean, next level.
So if these guys were all real, magic would be on fire again.
Yeah, and as if you remember from the first one, like some of these characters have like actual mind reading and what is it? Psychosis? No, when you like hypnotize people, and like that. Yeah, so that's the kind of debatable, like if that's a real thing or if you could really read someone's mind or actually do that. So I mean, it was really interesting to kind of see their reaction, but I think it's just because making magic like in the conversation, like I think that's what it was, and they're happy that their craft, which is not at the highest point in the world right now, but they're like talking about it, you know, and like it's kind of getting a conversation and they're talking about it. Okay, what's the other one? Talk about how I felt about the movie.
ChaseZimmer.com.
I don't think. Okay, so like I heard a lot of negative things going into this movie because there was actually
no spoilers.
2 different screenings. Yeah, no spoilers. 2 different screenings. There was the regular critics screening, which I didn't attend because it was a morning screening, and most of the critics and friends that I have did not like the movie at all. Like really, really bashed it. And then I went to the second screening where
big surprise.
And then I went to the second screening where they were all the magicians, which was kind of cool. But I don't think it was awful, but I don't think it's a very good movie either. I think it's like kind of one of those movies that are like, like as Mr. Shu would say, I'm glad I watched it, but I'd never watch it again. Like I think, I mean that's exactly how I feel. Like it was fine.
Is that what I said?
Yeah. It was fine, but I mean, like, there's a lot of issues with this movie. I think that a lot of the dialogue is campy. I think the characters make a lot of decisions that just don't make sense to me. There is this scene. No spoilers, that these characters are being searched, right? Like the horsemen are being searched by people, and they have to keep a playing card away from these people, right? So like Jesse Eisenberg is like, you know, palming it and like doing this, and it's like, oh cool, because that's like a real like an actual technique that magicians use.
Yeah.
But then it's like sliding into his elbow, and then this is where it gets really crazy. So like they're all getting patted down, and then after Jesse Eisenberg gets patted down and like avoids getting the card, he throws it to the next person who's getting checked. And I'm just like, okay, like I get it, like everyone's gonna do like a cool thing with the card, but why are you sending it to the person who's about to get checked instead of keeping it because now you're done being checked? Like, you know, it was just like little things like that. You're like, that just doesn't make sense. And again, like that goes from like being like really realistic of like palming a card to like Woody Harrelson is able to attach a thing and it shoots out of his jacket and it flies into this guy's jacket. And it's just like, oh wait, what? Little things like that. There is a character in this movie that I found completely foolish and silly, and the fact that this was even like a conversation to put him in it really, really kind of stumped me. Like I just found him so distracting and so unbelievable that it's really easy to take you out of the movie. It's not. I don't consider it a spoiler, but I don't want to necessarily give it away either. He is like a surprise character, kind of. But nonetheless, and then you have Daniel Radcliffe, who like everyone's like, oh, Daniel Radcliffe and magic. It's kind of like, you know, I mean, and he was like just kind of there. I just feel like this movie was very like it all kind of fell on the story where there's just nothing really super interesting going on. I mean, like I don't want to say that there was nothing invest into, because there were some interesting characters and some interesting scenes that were going on. But overall, I just didn't feel like an impact of anything, and I think it was more on a sillier side and on a goofier side and harder to take serious from how I imagine the first one was. And I think a lot of people agree with me on that. I just don't think it's as awful as a lot of people are saying. I think it's an all right movie. So.
Well, there it is.
Yes.
I'm watching it.
You watch it,
and
you'll know exactly what I'm talking about, because his character's like comes out right out of the bat. Like he's introduced in the very, very beginning of the movie. But I mean, it is just like, why is this a thing right now? Like, why is this like happening? Like, could we not think of anything more creative? Or can we not just do someone else? Like, why does it have to be like this? And I mean, the movie just kind of goes in a very, very silly direction. And tries to be all twisty and turny like the first one, and it just kind of ends up being kind of foolish. So,
Okay. Well, this is a big weekend. We have Now You See Me 2. Now you just saw that. Now be sure to check out our review for Warcraft.
yes. Right
And then after that, watch our review for
Conjuring 2.
James Wan's masterpiece,
film, yeah.
possibly.
Maybe.
We'll
I don't
find
know.
out. And then in 7 days, we have something that I'm very close to and I can't wait for. Pixar's Back Again.
With the white van.
Back at it again with Finding Dory.
Yes.
And Central Intelligence with the Big Johnson.
Yep.
and a
And
little
the
heart.
little heart. That was clever.
see?
I like it. That was good. He
You
beat
know,
me
it's
to it.
from
That
the
was
trailer,
clever.
right?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, Big Johnson, a little heart.
Nah, I thought you came up with that on your own.
No, that's from the trailer.
Damn, Shu, I was looking at you and I was really like, man, this guy could do something.
No.
You just ripped it off the trailer.
Yeah, literally.
Some of those people watching might not have known that. You
Should've
could have
gave
like
myself
taken credit. Damn it. Anyway, yeah, I'm a big Rock fan, and a big Kevin Hart fan. And just Kevin Hart movies aren't always that good. Rock movies tend to be more good.
Yeah, they do.
But they're not
Yeah, they tend
always
to be good.
fantastic. So I'm hoping we get a really good movie.
Hercules, not so much.
Yeah, I mean, but these.
Kent, not so much.
I would say even if this movie his trailers aren't catching your attention or anything, I would say this movie has one of the greatest social media marketing.
That's because
campaigns
of
ever.
Johnson.
Because of The Rock and Kevin Hart constantly playing around
And
and
cussing at
constantly
each other,
competing.
and, yeah.
There's video after video of these guys just playing pranks on each other.
From
going
each
at
other's
it.
perspective,
Yeah,
too. I love
and
it.
it's really clever. So I think for that, I mean, that's smart. But I know it's not going to do
That's
the
how you
movie,
market
but
a movie.
We'll see. Yeah, it's smart. It's the way to do it. But I'm sure most of us will be watching Finding Dory next week. But don't leave Central Intelligence out to dry.
And ChasingCinema.com is known as what?
Film Lover's website.